because it keeps on changing. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what's wrong? It becomes wrong when you get caught up in it and you think that it's going to be a certain way, and then you sit around and wait for that, and then you're left holding a bag, or you're left, reevaluating what you need to do. So the best thing to do is just stick with what initially got us excited, which was just mint and Zen. Well, nobody cared about the X1 chain until like months after. We all are here because we like Zen and how it works. We mint Zen, you stake it, and you can burn it now with DB Zen. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing.
What do you think of DB Zen? It's pretty good, isn't it? It's fire.
Yeah, that's the best. Yeah, it's the best thing. I would love for DB's NFTs to come out, and I would love for that to be set. But even the changes, it's changing how Raz is having to do DB's NFTs, because now he has to change. So it's like, I wish we could just forget. How about this? How about we just forget about X1? Let's just cancel X1 and just get back to building. How about we just cancel X1 and build NEX and have NEX and DB Zen? Yeah.
Trey, you like hockey? You've been watching
NHL
playoffs have been on. There's I think it's Game 4 tonight, Stanley Cup Finals. So you guys should tap in.
Yeah, I know you're gonna say skate to where the puck is gonna be.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just asking I'm just saying hey, hockey's a fast game, crypto's a fast game, and the respect, because you're an OG, and I get that, and you've been in this way longer than I have. But I will say, just the way that things are shaking out and cooking up, it seems like all roads are back to that BTC. And if there's a bridge from BTC to ETH, that VMPX.
Then what's the point of making the bridge to ETH then?
Well, because then it gives utility for Bitcoin users to be able to come in and play.
Why would they come to ETH if it's all going back to BTC?
It's just a bridge.
Because it's going to be ETH. You know that. ETH is going to be the shit, and Bitcoin's going to be the shit. Everything else might die, but Ethereum's going to be around. If it wasn't going to be around, we wouldn't need to be building a bridge for Bitcoins to come to ETH.
Yeah, no doubt. Because
that's what I'm saying. So if you could do it, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying it's for a start. Let's just forget X1 even is a thing, and just focus on mint and Zen and burning it.
When I first saw you, Trevon, I'll be honest, I thought you was an absolute knob. But the more I've watched you, the more I like you. I think you're proper funny.
I appreciate it.
We need the horn though, bro. We need to get the horn on here. We gotta talk to Twitter and be like, yo, we get the horn. We need that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I kind of kid, but I'm kind of serious. Like, it's kind of X1's kind of, it's a good idea. But if you ask Jack, well, what happened? What did you think of? What made you think of X1? Well, the community asked for it, so then it wasn't even really important. He's just doing it just to be doing it. Zen is where it's at. Zen is the thing that got us. That's what we like it for. We like Zen because it's the initial fair crypto white paper. We weren't thinking about no blockchain. We were thinking about how dope the tokenomics is. You mint it, and then the supply goes down, and you build protocols to burn it. That's all that we need. We don't need no X1 blockchain. It's cool to bring Bitcoiners in. Okay, so let's just finish the white paper, and then let's talk about it. Stop changing it, and then getting people excited, and then changing it.
Well, I think it's part of, and I get what you're saying, Trevon, because things are, the only thing that is for sure is change, right? And so I think he's putting it out, letting the people know that, hey, he's working on it, and we have some amazing people like Joseph and Brad here to be able to have these big brain conversations on ways to be able to improve it. I think it's only beneficial to everyone that he's, because that's the thing, man. You think Richard Hart would be in here asking us questions? No, man, that ain't how it goes. He's a dictator at that
Richard
level.
Hart,
so that's a difference.
Sorry, but Richard Hart's a cuck. He is a scammer, a spammer, and a liar.
I'm just happy that Pulse Chain is out and that Zenians kind of run the show over there, is just as far as the minting goes. But
that's the last thing I wanted. That's the last thing you reminded me. I don't know if Raz is still listening, but Raz, Jack was in our Telegram and he was saying that he thinks that you guys should get DB Zen on Pulse Chain as soon as possible. Did he talk to you about that?
No. Yeah, I'm still here. Actually, I had a discussion, I think, 1 month ago on this subject with Jack, and what I announced then and also now is that DBXen to work, DBXen needs Liquid Zen, and it's too soon to go on Pulse Chain. And I said that let's make a bit of a marketing stunt and deploy it on 164 days after Xen launch on Pulse Chain, and it's the same number of days like in Ethereum. And let's hope that this will attract the attention, because right now there is no liquidity, so it's kind of useless to go right now on.
You guys ready to start some drama? No? All right. Let's get into it, man. How we feeling? Okay. That's a start. Afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to my new time slot. What up, Jay Perry? Crypto Mats. Hey, y'all hit the like button. You know what, man? You know what? Hit the damn like button. 50 likes. What's up, number? Steven, Asante, Busy. Tony. Man, these boys are damn Bitcoiners for sure. Yeah, I thought about that. I damn sure thought about that, man. You know, I don't know, man. I don't have a cup of coffee, so I'll be right back, guys. In like 30 seconds. Yeah, I'll give you something to listen to.
On Pulse Chain. This is my feeling.
All right, I just was curious if he had reached out to you about that. But I'm gonna go ahead. Got somebody else is raising their hand. I'm gonna drop down and y'all take it easy.
Thanks for cruising by.
Simple. Could you just repeat what Raspan said, because I can't hear him?
What can I build?
She meant Zen.
Different. I don't know about you. That it's
don't get excited for it because we don't know when the shit gonna be here. It always seems like it's like right around the corner. So it's like for the people that's stressed out about it, just mint Zen. And if you mint Zen, you're gonna be fine, whether XN materializes or doesn't.
Yeah, even Jack said that himself.
I'm
just minting Zen through.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the approach that XN is never gonna even exist. I'm gonna take that approach and just mint and just participate in Zen. That's basically what I'm saying. But if it comes out though, if X1 comes out and that bridge, and I got the VMPX and the VMPX on BRC20, and I'm preparing, I got the liquidity, and then I'm getting all excited. And then I'm waiting 2 more years.
Wayne Gretzky.
What the fuck?
The only man I'd have sex with, Wayne Gretzky. I'd be intimate with Wayne Gretzky.
Simple. So I'm gonna rug. I'm gonna rug.
Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky, what?
So I'm gonna rug the space in a bit because it's been going for a while. So let's get some final questions from people in the room.
We got Taco plugging in.
Yo. GM, everyone. Go ahead, Penny. I can wait.
Board has had his hand up.
down there. Speak up quickly. Gonna lose it.
Yeah, no, I wanted to agree with Trayvon. You know what I mean? I think it's really important for us to stay balanced in all this and understand like what got us here in the first place, right? And that is Zen and obviously everything that Zen resembles. And so I think X1, it just kind of amplifies our Zen in the long run, because for the tokenomics of XN to come in existence, obviously that's going to be done 60% from the burning of Zen. So we're going to continuously be having the supply of Zen to go down, and the value of Zen will continue to go up over time. So I think it's important for us to just stay balanced and stay level-headed and only control what we can control. And as of right now, our job is just to continue to mint Zen and to continue to burn our Zen through DB Zen and continue to stack and not get so distracted and emotional about these new shiny toys that aren't even here yet. And there's been so much FUD just in the last 24 hours. People are confused, you know what I mean? So like for me, like no matter what, I'm gonna keep a bag of Zen that I'm just not even gonna touch for the next like couple years. But that's my strategy.
That sounds good, Penny. Good afternoon, everyone. Board, you want to go ahead?
Wayne Gretzky. Sorry.
Thanks, Kachu. This great space, everyone. Hi, Steven. How are you doing? I have a quick question about VMPX.
All right. We back. My bad about that. Kind of rusty on my time slot. Let's see. So this is what I want to do. I want to react to the stream because a lot of people have questions, and we're gonna go through it.
Only like a couple of minutes, but it's very, very powerful.
Yeah. And while we're bringing that up, why is it important to be able to go from directly from Ethereum to Bitcoin? Why is that important?
I mean, first of all, we have a Bitcoin market cap of 550 billion in relation to Ethereum's 220. So if we can combine these two markets, it's almost $800 billion in a bear market still. So the question for us, as I talked about in my stream, my 3-hour-long stream for all of those who had the patience to run through that marathon, is there's a huge opportunity for us to be in the middle of those two big worlds that are now colliding and merging together in some aspects, where there's a knowledge, a capital, and a tech and financial incentive merge with touch points that with increase.
As a liquidity provider at 550 billion market cap is a huge win.
We launched into this talk all about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin conference and the VMPX. Zen doesn't live on Bitcoin. Zen lives on EVM chains. So how is this going to merge together? How does the excitement surrounding BRC20s, everything that you just discussed pertaining to the Bitcoin conference and the value of the fees for the miners and all, how does this come together?
So we always talked about X1 as being the bridge between all the chains, and then launching on 11 different EVM chains, plus number 12 being Bitcoin. And it's really kind of like the spirit of Zen launched VMPX. So it's really just part of Zen. We don't view individual tokens within the Zenian ecosystem as separate. we view everything as the part of the ecosystem. Like, for example, we have NFTs that actually have a very, very specific function for making Zen more liquid even before you get your hands on Zen. For example, you can use NFTs and you can trade them before the mint is done. You can use staking. You can use DBZen to generate yield, which is a novel approach that has been extremely bullish and burned 30-something% of Zen liquid supply. We also talked about sats and XSats, how at some point we figured we really want Bitcoiners to come to X1 and to come to Ethereum, and vice versa too. We want Ethereum.
Why didn't they do this? Yeah, my bad. Why didn't they do the stream with me? I don't know. They didn't ask.
Ethereum world to converge on Bitcoin.
We know
we
why.
want X1 to be in the middle.
Because I'm not going to just sit there and just like take on everything that they say. You know, they want someone, I imagine for the first stream, they want someone who's going to just sit back, take what they're giving them. Button's not working. And, you know, not push back too hard.
Facilitate the trustless swaps. And when we say trustless, really true to the core of first principles, where you get you have your keys, you have your tokens, and you do your swap on chain trustlessly, in a fully decentralized manner, without needing to send anything to an exchange and give up your custody in the process. And so what happened at the Bitcoin conference is that we met a number of interesting people. We also met the Libre team, and I tweeted about Libre before, and we did some demos with them. And what we realized that it just makes sense to partner with those guys, because they have a chain that they call a side chain, which is really just a payment rails between Ethereum and Bitcoin. So you can actually merge and link Ethereum world to Bitcoin world and vice versa trustlessly over the system that they have been building. And they build their sidechain on the technology called Antelope, which is a free open source project released by EOS OS team. So about 4 years ago, when EOS was being launched, they actually opened open source to all of their development. And it's a faster chain. It has half-a-second block times. So it's very integrate their technology into X1 to further facilitate the connectivity between the chains. And I think now maybe we can show a quick demo from their one of their founders.
Okay, so they got
it's almost
they get ecosystem from the Bitcoin side, which is enormously huge.
Crypto,
it's ginormous in a way that of the amount of liquidity and money and just overall desire to participate in the system. So we really want to tap into this whole world of crypto. That was the plan all along from 6 or 8 months ago.
Hold on a second. Let's run that back. I don't think that's true, but we're gonna see. I don't know. Let's see if I heard correctly.
So we really want to tap into this whole world of crypto. That was the plan all along from 6 or 8 months ago. So let's do the demo. I think it's really cool.
Okay, I'm gonna wait till the demo. Basically, this is just them going across. They're gonna use this code to do the cross-chain swaps, basically, which is basically you can sell your Bitcoin for EVM stuff instantly, which is cool. It is cool. I'm not gonna sit here and act like that's not cool. That's one thing too. I don't want to sit here and act like this shit ain't dope. I'm not gonna say that. But what I will say is let's stop getting so excited about this stuff because it's always changing.
Amazing. So there's two takeaways. Number one, it's almost instant transfer between wallets, completely self-custodial manner. So like, in other words, it didn't go through an exchange.
Maybe let's skip forward to
one chain. But also, if you keep your VMPX, you can just stake it on the Libre Ethereum as a cross-chain bridge token.
Okay, we get into it.
to close to 45 million market cap within.
Journals became a thing, and we talked about it for a couple of.
I mean, tell us, how does this roll into XN? How do you want to introduce how this plays a part with the XN ecosystem?
Peep this.
Silence.
Peep it. Nobody wanted to say. Nobody wants to go ahead and say, well, actually, here's the thing. You know, all that stuff we said, you know, all that stuff that you guys were expecting, it's not like that anymore. Nobody wants to say, nobody wanted to be that guy, yo.
There's so much to talk about.
How this plays a part. How does this? So tell us more. I mean, tell us, how does this roll into XN? How do you want to introduce how this plays a part with the XN ecosystem?
Silence.
Man,
yeah, dude, we have so much to talk about. It's insane.
So much.
Just on that, being able to trustlessly swap between BRC20 and BRC20, it's huge. And we've been doing a lot of research and a lot of work, and we are very confident that we have pretty good solutions in order to make this happen and to integrate it into the whole Zen and X1 ecosystem. So we can talk about the technicals about how that would work. But as Jack also mentioned, this is something we were excited about when
somebody said, why not let Triple Boostered said, why not let Zen holders burn Zen for ETH VMPX? I thought the same thing, but you gotta also, there's some people who have a lot of Zen, so you know, it's people that it's not really fair. It's fair, but it's not fair, because some people don't have any Zen because it hasn't been minted yet.
Became a thing, and we talked about it for a couple of months ago now. I don't know if it was 3 months ago or something. We talked about it as XAT, being able to have a bridge token to bridge in between the two ecosystems. So in order to have a bridge, like Zen can't be a bridge token because you need something of the same supply on both sides that's limited.
So this morning I proposed the idea that why don't we just use Zen Doge as that cap supply, because I mean, that might be true, but it seems like you don't have to have the same supply. You could probably just create a ratio, a pegged ratio cross chain. You could just use Zen Doge. Zen Doge would be more fair because it's still being minted. There's no one with, well, there is one wallet with a lot of holders, so I don't know. But yeah, I think we should do something. I don't know.
So that's why you need another token in order to facilitate that trade.
So while we're on topic of VMPX, what we wanted to do is we want to link VMPX to X1. So the question is, how do we do it? How do we make Ethereum be on par with Bitcoin? So we know that BRC20 VMPX is currently live. It's being traded. It's been distributed over 10,000 holders. When it launched, it jumped to close to 45 million market cap within an hour of launch, which is pretty significant. Currently, it has been kind of sold off a little bit, but that's because like people within the BRC20 universe, they really didn't see any sort of utility besides just trading the token and collecting the token as a kind of like this variation of an ordinal that has the fungibility. So fungibility means that
somebody said Jack front run VMPX is a scam project now. My rebuttal for that is, if he was gonna really like secretly front run it, I don't think they would have did it with the deploy address. The fact that they did it with a deploy address wide open, all out in the open like that, it's like, you know, if you were watching the deploy address, which I wasn't, and nobody was, but you could have been. You could have said, "Oh, they're doing something. Let me do it too." So, you know, that's kind of some weak foot, man.
You can go all the way down to 18 zeros with BRC20. where ordinals are generally non-fungible, basically making them very, very similar to NFTs. So for us to merge those ecosystems together, there's two things. Number one is that you should be able to convert one VMPX to 3 XN tokens, gas tokens actually, or gas coins, native coins on X1. And there will be a smart contract on X1 that will facilitate the conversion. That's number one. So one of VMPX will give you 3 XN, and we'll get into the weeds a little bit later. But the second thing is we needed to have a mirror.
That's where a lot of people get confused. 1 XN, well, 1 VMPX gets you 3 XN, but that's only through the ETH side. So you won't be able to it does double the it doesn't double the supply though. But the only way you can get your BRC20 VMPX to convert to 3 XN is to sell it or bridge it over and get the 3 XN.
Representation of VMPX on Ethereum. And the reason why we needed this because we need liquidity on Ethereum so that we can actually have a one-to-one relationship between BRC20 and the ERC20 to facilitate cross-chain swap.
They have other addresses too, but it's like, man, that shit don't bother me. Like I feel like that front running stuff only bothers people who don't really have any, like, I don't want to say money, but just like that shit don't bother me, man. They created it. It's like, I would say it's better than giving themselves an allocation first. They had to buy their allocation, you know? It's kind of fair, man.
So currently what we're thinking is to have BRC20 give it utility to act as a cross-chain bridge token that you can stake to generate yield from the cross-chain swaps. So what we're going to be doing is we will be launching VMPX as the ERC20 smart contract, as the ERC20 token on the Ethereum side that will be pegged one-to-one to BRC20. Now, what this will do is that allows BRC20 to gain utility on the Bitcoin chain. And let me stress this point and be very, very clear.
Crypto
we will
man,
have the first ever BRC20 token that actually can be used as a utility for the cross-chain swaps. So none other BRC20 tokens out there, whether it's ORDI or OSHI or OXBT, they don't really have utility currently. We will have the utility with X1, with Ethereum.
Here's the problem with that, though. They're saying they're going to be the first, and it's like Richard Hart all over again. You're going to say that, but how do we know you're going to be the first one to do that if you're going to take a year to do it? I mean, you could be the first if you do it like in a month. But if you're going to take a year to do this, probably not going to be the first, man. So, yeah. You're sitting here giving the idea out, and then you're going to say you're going to be the first. And actually, you're not. Well, I don't know if they're not the first. I don't know how Libra works. But wouldn't they be the first? I don't know.
With Bitcoin. And
I'm just here not to FUD, but to challenge. I even DM'd Jack. I kind of DM'd him kind of late. I should have DM'd him earlier to ask if he wanted to come on. Let's see if he if we got a response. Probably not. Yeah, he's hiding. Hasn't even read the message.
People will be able to stake those tokens and earn yield on the cross-chain swaps. But for that, we need to launch VMPX on Ethereum in a similar manner to how we did it on Bitcoin. So what we're doing now is we're designing a smart contract, and we're pretty much done, to release 108 million VMPX ERC20 tokens on the Ethereum side, following the same distribution model. So completely first principles, no pre-mines, no pre-mints, nothing like that. People get to pay will be able to pay Ethereum gas to mint the token for themselves. And And the way that we're doing it, and of course people can look at the code once we open source it probably today, is that every block on Ethereum is produced about 12 to 15 seconds per block. Every block will produce about 40,000 VMPX. So if you want to pay gas to get into the block, you will be issued VMPX as a mint. So,
all right, so let's check this out real quick. Let me try and get in. It should have been tripping on me though. There we go. So I've been doing some light calculations on the members. And at 40,000, well, let's put it at max. At 40, oh, it's pumping a little bit. We'll say 40 cents per. If you were to do 40 times, what's the max? He said it's 39,000. 15,000 dollars worth of gas. Which I think it probably will. It probably will push up to about this. It's going to be expensive to do a max with gas where it's at. So what I went ahead and did is, for one, I got hella lucky and bought some on the 5th before I even knew anything. I bought a little bit here. I wish I would have bought a lot more though. And I bought some more. I think along the way I bought a little bit more, and I bought some more this morning just in case. Because I'm trying to front run. Because I think what's going to happen is, being that it's 1-to-1, whatever happens on ETH, and it might get priced in early, but whatever happens on ETH is going to pull this up with it. So if it's $1 per through the gas, it's going to pull this up with it, I imagine. So I want to get ahead of that. Now, of course, I would have loved to have been crypto kindness and get some right here when the white paper came out, or the light paper. But you know, that's how it goes.
So basically, I would say, I can't really say free mint because you have to pay gas, but certainly there's no counterparty. So neither Zen2 or yourself, Crypto Kindness, have any pre-mined, pre-minted tokens that you will be giving out to the people. It will really just go from the contract on Ethereum, be generated there, and then have this peg 1-to-1 to BRC20, and also 1-to-3
Crypto Kindness getting off
for the XN. So imagine 100 million ERC20 tokens on Ethereum that you can actually convert to XN over the bridge easily, and then you can stake that XN for further yield on the X1 chain. But also, if you keep your VMPX, you can just stake it on the Libri sidechain and generate yield from the smart contract there, facilitating the.
So basically, you can have VMPX on ETH, you can have VMPX on Bitcoin, and you put them together in a pool, and you're gonna earn, just like Uniswap, you'll earn fees as people go through the two, which is dope as fuck. But like I said, is it gonna come to that? Who knows? It's probably gonna be something different in a month. When July 4th comes, I would not be surprised. July 4th rolls around. After after VMPX is minted, maybe July 10th, July 14th, they come out and say, you know, actually, we're gonna scrap that whole idea and do something totally different. So, you know, I just don't want to get too caught up in this. This is not what got me excited about Zen. What got me excited about Zen was the Zen white paper. The progression of time with the mints, the deflation of the amount of Zen you get over time, the way you can ladder your mints, the way everything about Zen worked. And then I got excited about the burn when that was introduced. I've always said, once he started talking about X1, that shit was just noise. I don't care for a blockchain. And the fact that he even says that X1 wasn't the idea until the community just kept on demanding it. So that means that Zen didn't even need, unless this was already pre-planned, he's just lying about that. But Zen doesn't need a blockchain, man. It works perfect the way it is. So I don't care what the hell they do. I don't care if they say, you know what, we're canceling X1. That wouldn't do anything to me. It would hurt the Zen price for a little while, but the burn and stuff will still keep on going, and people still keep on building stuff. So I just think that yeah, people are getting too caught up in the X1.
The crypto asset swaps between chains. So that's very unique, very special. No one has done it before. I'm super excited about it, and it merged.
Libra just did it, man. Well, I don't know. Maybe they didn't
worlds
do the
of Ethereum and Bitcoin across X1.
There's so much to unpack there. I mean, it's like there's probably 15 different topics that we can delve into. Jack just low is on both sides, liquidity earning, now which exactly
others in VMPX ERC20 at the same amount, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio between the BRC20 and what will be the fuel to
right. I'm doing a screen share right now, and I wanted to share with the community how VMPX mints actually will work. So the contract is pretty much ready, and what you see here is the max supply of 108,624,000. It's a vampire number. It matches BRC20 distribution max supply. So it's exactly going to be...
How much it costs to mint, we don't know. It's going to cost whatever the gas spenders are willing to pay. So what will probably happen is when this starts, gas is going to shoot up, and it's going to work like a bidding thing. When people bid on the gas, if they bid it up, people keep on paying that much gas, it'll just keep on going up until people are like, okay, that's too much. I'm going to stop. And it'll probably slow down. Yeah, so I don't imagine it going too much higher than, like I said, $15,000 to max it out, because that's pretty much where VMPX started on Bitcoin. It's about 40 cents. So that's what I'm thinking.
The same amount of tokens. In here, you can choose the power of how much you're willing to pay in gas. So if you go all the way to the end, the power is 195. You can get very, very close to 40,000 VMPX. And
so my strategy, what I'm thinking is I don't know. Unless there's some curveball thrown in and the bridge is gonna be here a lot sooner than a year from now. Unless there's some curveball and X1's coming out like in August or September or something, there's really no need to rush into VMPX and mint it, because it's probably going to come down. And then, it might not. I don't know. But I think getting it after might be the safest route.
So when I click mint, you can see that currently I have 102.
Just like with this, I went in a little bit, but a lot of mine failed. And I probably wouldn't have sold anyway. I probably just kept them. So I got a better buy from just waiting it out and letting people forget about it. And that was my plan for this, but it's looking like people aren't going to let this cool off. They're going to price it in ahead of time. So it might just be going straight back to 40, in which I'm not going to chase it. I'm going to just buy a little bit here. I bought a little bit more this morning because I know it's going to stream. And I might say something positive, and I don't want to say something positive and then they just start running without me live on stream, right? But I think this might break. It might come back to 10 between the 4th. But I think we'll probably price it in, and it might dump during the mint.
But now I'm actually executing a mint on the Ethereum side, so I'm clicking confirm.
Jack said 75 Gwei around 400 per block. 75 Gwei, it'd probably be way higher than that. I think gas will probably be at least 200. I think ETH will be unusable for 8 hours. So is Zen dead or what? Price going to hell? I mean, this is what I said. There's no point to hold Zen right now, man. Especially after the bomb that he dropped later in the stream when he's like, oh, and by the way, that wasn't a moon party. It's not that I was announced. It just was happened to be a coincidence that I said it, and it's gonna be on the day of a moon party, but that a full moon would be, but it's not a moon party. So people just holding Zen for no reason, waiting for that. And that's why I'm glad I sold right before that shit, because I knew it was gonna be some bullshit. I knew it was gonna be something. Let's look at Zen. So yeah, Zen's down 12.79. Yeah, the cool thing about Zen though is the only mints for me that aren't profitable are my the one that I ended this morning, which was like let's see if it's still here. It's probably gone now. Yeah. It was, well, here's one. This one's like these are like pre 10,000. Let's see. C rank. I don't know. They're really early though. I was paying like 100 Gwei. Look at that, 8,000. And these are like 100 Gwei. So these are the ones that aren't profitable. These early ones that I did, they're not profitable. But the ones that I did, like these right here, this is a 260 day, but the 200 day ones I did a couple days after launch, they're still way in profit. Like I did one yesterday. I even put it in the Telegram. It was like, I spent $30 and made like 200 in profit, even with the prices where they are. 70 days after Zen launched. 70 days after the shit launched, I did a mint to now, and it was up 3-4x. It's like, that's cool with me, bro. X1, fuck that shit, man. Just make some burners every now and then. Put some speculation to pump the price up and buy us some time, and it becomes very profitable.
On my MetaMask, it says it's minting, and what's happening now is that the mint is generating the tokens, and you will see this number change. It's 102,000. So that's how easy it is. So here it is. It just got minted. 141,000 now because I minted 39. But then if you don't want to pay a lot of gas, you can actually go all the way to 1, and then you only mint 200. So based on how much gas you're willing to spend, you can just adjust the slider, which we call power. Now, it is very similar to how Unisat Marketplace worked for mints, and we're replicating it for Ethereum. And when I click right here, which is the contract, so currently we're testing it on X1. And previous transaction I have.
We care about. We get it. Let's get to the
come into
scrolling because we wallet that participated in the Zenian ecosystem, but in any project or will participate wallet really fair. We wanted to make sure we really wanted Zen to the Zenian ecosystem and
docs.
No, it's I'm sharing it from a browser, and it's on Twitter too. So I just can't scroll down. But anyway, let's actually shut this down because people can read it themselves if they wanted to. But let's get into the actual Zen burn and how do you burn Zen to get X1, because that's very, very important part of the giving value to the Zenian ecosystem and continue to give value to Zen by using it as a utility token to produce XN, which does have cap supply at this point. It's capped at 1 billion, and so we always talked about that anytime you burn for any project, you get XN airdrops, and that remains true. What we decided against, we decided not to give special amplifiers to ZenFTs or to any other projects because we really wanted Zen to be used as a uniform token for burn, and we want people to produce and create more interesting projects without feeling that they've been too late to the party. like for example, if we were to
that shit's starting to hit his mind like, fuck, damn, shit.
single out ZenFTs, then people could, for example, say, well, those guys knew it's coming, therefore they pre-minted a lot of ZenFTs, and they're getting those amplifiers, and it's unfair.
But that's literally what you said for us to do. That's literally what we... Man, somebody pulled it up in the Telegram. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Jack. Aww. I'm sorry having to put the stake through you like this. Vampire. I'm trying to find it. I don't say much in Telegram, so it should be easy to find. Because he said, what's a fair allocation? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, no, I can't find it. Oh, here we go, yeah. So you want Zenterians. Zen might be worth at least infinity. Let's see. Will Zenterian mentors get XN airdrops? Yes. I don't know when that was though. Trying to see if it's better to get a bunch of Zenterians of rubies or stack Zenterians. They'll get better airdrops. Come on now, man. So yeah, it kind of sucks that that's changed at the snap of a finger. Now, what's funny though, I wasn't doing it for that though. Now, it does suck if you were somebody who was doing it for that, but I wasn't doing it for that. I just was always said, if I'm going to get XN, it's going to be for me naturally using Zen and DB Zen and Burn and just doing it naturally. I'm not going to go out of my way and try and chase X1.
So to make it completely fair, we wanted to make sure that the old projects that burn Zen and the future projects that are coming are treated equally. Which makes it super fair. And so when you burn Zen on any of the chains, you actually will be given XN from what we call burned records. So every wallet that participated in the Zenian ecosystem in any project or will participate in the future project can convert to XN by us tapping into those records trustlessly and generating mints for people on X1. And that's
so I guess unicorns will still count then, because it's a part of the burn record. So your NFTs, your Apex NFTs should be covered. You should be covered. It's funny somebody said, "What about unicorns?" When I said that. But yeah, if you're talking about Zenterions, the only way you're going to get a piece of it now is if you burn it, which is still cool. But you're asking, I imagine you're going to be asking me to burn without knowing too much of anything. Like, when is X1? Like, just like unicorns, you got rewarded, but man, that was a rough ride. You still ain't really got rewarded yet. You think you're gonna get rewarded, but they could change that shit again. So asking me to burn Zen for X1 is just like, it's gonna come. I'm pretty sure X1 will. Like I said for post chain all this time, like, you don't know when, but it's gonna come. So
be available in perpetuity. When I say in perpetuity, basically, we all know that Zen supply is going to be a couple of 100 trillion, and we want to apply that supply, give people opportunity to burn Zen for any project, whatever that may be, current or future, while the supply lasts. So like, in other words, if all of the Zen is burned, well, the supply is going to go down to zero. It's probably not going to happen because Zen will be very, very expensive. So as Zen gets expensive, the burns are now more expensive, and the value of Zen is moving up just because you can use it for XN mint. So Zen production and Zen minting is now linked to XN production in a very, very fair way.
And do you have, I mean, without being able to see the light paper here, can you walk through that, or we're going to try it again? See if you could scroll, or does it help if you just click on the pages 2, 3, 4?
So I don't know like what the hell is happening. Oh wait, I know what's happening. There we go. You can see it scrolling now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
There we go. Nice.
So there's a lot of items here, and it's kind of would be, I would say, a waste of time to read every word. So, but this is what we're talking about: Zenburn records, ecosystem participation, and this is in text, and people
his
can.
Body language, from Jack's body language, what I'm seeing is someone who's doing a necessary. The vibe I'm getting is it's necessary evils. Like he doesn't want to have to do it. It doesn't seem like it's like some intentional evil, like I'm trying to trick people. But it seems like he's got it's like, this needs to be done. I have to do it this way. You know, it's like a movie, like, you know, the guy that says, you guys go on without me, and he like dies. And they're like, no. I think that's kind of what we're going through. He's going through. Like, he doesn't really want to do it this way, but maybe he has to.
Read it offline.
It's like he doesn't want it to be the one
if
to
they
say
wanted
it.
to, and also obviously review this video, because this video is the stream is recorded, so you can always go back to the stream. And so basically there's nothing new here. We always talked about Zen being burned. The only thing that is different is that we want to treat all projects equally.
Okay.
So that's what we're basically saying it right here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So with all projects being treated equally, are there, there's been talk of moon parties. There's obviously any burns that have happened to date. There's future burns. Is there an allocation to these different type of burning, or is it all just one blanket? If you burn, you'll get whatever allocated supply of XN that is for the burns, your percentage of that.
Yeah. So the percentage is the only variation in the percentage is between the different blockchains. Like, for example, you can burn a lot on Binance, on Polygon, but the ratio of conversion of those records into XN will be different, just because there's more money involved in Ethereum. Ethereum is going to get like 80% plus of the XN emissions.
Okay. Is that it? And I know you said it at one point you'll have a full written out white paper versus this light paper. Where would somebody find those type of details?
I would say we're going to continue streaming and talking to people and engaging the community all the way to a point until X1 is launched. So a few things are subject to change, but
it's like no point in even talking about anything. Almost like that's what I say. Like, what's the point in even saying? If you're gonna keep on changing ideas, there's no point in even saying anything. Why don't you just keep on brainstorming instead of saying it's gonna be like this? This is what will happen. You're saying words like will and gonna be, and then it's not. You should say more coulds and woulds, so people can know that these things are changing.
We're currently putting on paper the aspects of the XN mint that we feel are extremely important and correlate and vibe, if you will, with fair crypto and first principles of crypto.
Right, we're constantly iterating.
So overall, what are the positives from the light paper? The positives are Zen is still going to get burned. At the very least, it's going to be a lot of Zen burned, especially through the auction. Yeah, there's not really anything negative. It's just The only thing that's negative is I would say that the people that's been participating so far, unless you burned for like DXN or Zendoge or Phoenix, you're empty-handed as far, I mean, you're empty-handed anyway, but you're empty-handed as far as how much XN you're getting right now. Because you're not getting anything. For all that Zen you started, those Zen mints you started, you're not getting shit for them. That's the only negative. But the good thing is, by the time your Zen is coming out, the auction should be out, and you'll have the upper hand, kind of, because it's gonna be a crowded auction by the time, So if it's coming out in September, it seems like I've been trying to think about how it would play out. If it's coming out in September, the auction, and it's running for 300 days, which is also interesting. What's interesting about that is 300 days from then will be back over here, September to September. That's what the max mint is now. It ends in September. So the people who might end up getting the best deals are the people who've been minting max mints lately, because there's not many coming out. Like these days right here, there's not going to be much competition versus back here and right here, even these days. But those that max minted, these are going to be bad days to try and play an auction. And it's like, I don't even want to even talk about that shit. It's like so speculative and imaginary. Men Zen and pray that one day it goes up. It always goes up, man. It's gonna have its up days, just like on with PZen. Like I have a mint that ends today. Well, I had a mint that ended yesterday, and I caught this this green candle right here, and I sold into it. So even if my mint comes out now and it's in the red, I could just wait a few hours or wait a day or two and wait for a green candle, and my mint will be profitable. But if I sit for too long, you're gonna have a bad day. So for Zen, I'm pretty sure that if I have a mint, I don't have another mint that comes out until like Thursday. I can look and see how much it'll be worth, and I'm pretty sure it's still a profit. You just gotta do it for long enough and often, because if you do it too rarely, you have a high chance of not being profitable. But if you do it all the time, you have a high chance of them being the profitable ones, making up for the ones you took an L on. Like the early ones I did, they're L's, but the ones that I did 70 days after the launch are coming out to make up for any small losses I took on those first day mints. So everybody in the chat talking about price and stuff, you guys are idiots, man. Everybody in the chat is talking about Zen is wrecked. You guys are just idiots. Yeah, it's hypothetical stuff, man. I'm kind of over it. %, XN for ETH Zen burn leaves just a little few percent for post Zen burn. Yeah, but that should be like a given. Like that shouldn't come as no surprise. ETH is gonna get the most. I've always I don't know, maybe some of y'all ain't really watching my channel, but I've always said like wasting your time on those other chains is like, it's a waste of time. You should just do one VMU on ETH. Just do that. Just do, if you can't really afford to use ETH, just do one VMU. You got Zenon, and it's zenon.com. I can't remember the website. Is it one N or two N's? No, that's not it either. What's the name of that site? See if we can find Raz page.
So if you're crying about gas, you don't need to cry about gas anymore because you can end your Zen mints without gas. Here it is. Oh, Zen.tools. Yeah, I'm finding that this shit doesn't work for me all the time. I don't like it. Sometime, yeah, shit, man. Yeah, it shows are, yeah, it's dope. If Jack hadn't dropped this, y'all would still be talking about post-chain. No, that's fine. So yeah, none of these are due yet. But when the time comes, I just end it through here without paying gas. And it'll take away from my Zen. So just focus on ETH, man. And maybe post-chain. Like I'm focused on ETH and post-chain. I might do one on Avalanche every now and then. I might do some on Polygon every now and then. I might do one on Binance every now and then. And that's it. I'm not going spending my time on the small chain stuff. It's a waste of time. It might pay off. I'm sure they'll be profitable. But I'm gonna bet on one. It's probably gonna be ETH. Doesn't the state of overall market play a role in current price? Sure. There will be a place where we can see our future X and allocation per wallet when the wallet already burns some Zen. Yeah, sure there will, buddy. Sure. Sure there will. Sure thing, buddy. Whatever you say. I would rather just focus on what we got now. And even it's putting a delay on DB's NFTs because now, you know, Raz wants people to get their XN from their DB's NFTs, and the only way they can do that is if they burn the Zen. So he's got to figure out a way to get people to burn the Zen after they have this NFT. It's like, god damn, man. It's kind of, I mean, I get it. You want Bitcoin, you want the Bitcoin bros. I get it. I get that for sure. I get it, man. I get it. And I mean, that's all I can really say is I get it. Just hopefully it doesn't become a waste of time. You know, is BRC20s, are BRC20s and ordinals gonna be huge? I mean, they're acting like it's a for sure thing. You know, they seem to think that ordinals are a for sure bet. And I would say it's pretty close to a for sure bet. So, you know. DB's in on Pulse. Yeah, that's going to be a while from now. There's no reason to get excited about that. That's not going to come until what? 164 days from now? When is that? I can't even check. I have to go to Hex and use the calendar. Raz said the DB's NFT will just lock up the NFT and will just burn at the end. Yeah, he said the user will have to do it. And if they don't do it, it'll just, of course, rack up penalties over time, over a week. So that's cool too, but It'd be cooler if it was erased immediately and this chart right here just started shrinking. You know, that would have been cooler. That's cooler than still having to sit and wait and not knowing what of this is real. So all in all, I can't even say I'm excited because I don't know when this shit is even coming, you know. 97 likes only. That's how it be, man. I didn't ask for too many likes this stream. Jack loses more community folks. He's not really losing me. Yeah, I'm like finding. I'm not as negative on it as I might seem to be. Yo, this shit's crazy. The Zen game, that's something else too. I get it, man. Bitcoin is a huge market. Will they care though? Will they care about VMPX? It's kind of like, you know, I just play devil's advocate, man. I just say the things that, you know, I'm thinking. But it's kind of like how when Zen came out and everybody was like, even me, I was like, they're not gonna be able to ignore Zen because it's gonna make it deflationary. They straight up ignored that shit. They ignored that shit. Nobody really cared about Zen, bro. So as far as making ETH deflationary, in which it didn't need the attention. I'm still trying to figure out. Here's what I'm saying. This is one thing right here. How does this affect Zen? I don't really see how it affects Zen. The only way I see how it affects Zen is if the Bitcoiners care enough about X1 to participate in the auction. That's the only way it affects Zen. But other than that, are they going to come over to Ethereum and burn Zen? Yeah, man. Yeah, when I think about it like that, man, I don't like it. Because then, they're going to just do VMPX. They're going to do the July 4th thing. I don't know. It's too unknown, man. Are they going to care? I don't know. I would rather, though, what I would rather is say, fuck Bitcoin, be done with that shit, and just focus on ETH stuff. Bitcoin is cool, but let somebody else solve that shit, man. Let somebody else do that. They'll get to ETH. They'll come. You know, I don't think it's needed, man. I'd rather just build stuff that burns in, man. It affects Zen when that VMPX Zen pair hits Uniswap. Yeah, maybe. I would say if they care. Yeah, that's why I wanted Jack to come on and sell it to me. Come on, man, get me excited. Oh, he's in the Telegram right now. Um, nah, y'all ain't really got it. Build stuff that burns in. Yeah. If Bitcoiners are going to actually come over and do the auction, I'm all for it, man. But there's no way to know that until it actually happens. People are saying DXN is dead. You guys are idiots. You guys are pure idiots. You think DXN is just dead. The only way DXN is dead, I wouldn't even say if DB's NFTs come out because it didn't need that. But that would hurt it if DB's NFTs don't come out. Yeah, if Zen starts to go, this shit's gonna go too. So I'm just accumulating. Yeah. Pulse is doing exactly what I said it would probably do, which is go up and it's just, and then that shit won't come back to like August. Which, you know.
We need to move Lonzo. That ain't no problem. Huh? That ain't no problem.
Bitcoiners will need X1 and X1 will be smoothly working with BTC and will use X1 to deploy stuff on BTC with the use of X1. Yeah, but what if somebody else does it? That's all I'm saying. Like by the time, ain't nobody else working on that? Maybe not. I mean, let's check out that Libra thing. How does Libra work? Does it use a token? Let me type in Libra crypto. Let's go to CoinGecko. I guess this is it. Yeah, this might have bottomed with the recent spotlight. Used to both select and reward validated security transaction on Libra chain. Stake Libra tokens give voting power. Yeah, I get excited with dates. Like, you give me a date for something, then I can start to be like, okay, yeah, all right. But you talking about like changing something every fucking month. How can I even get excited about anything, man? How can I get excited if it just keeps on changing? Appreciate the 7. What do you think of Daytona Finance? I love it. Go put your more on there. I love it. I say we all go back to Richard Hart. What Richard Hart? He don't do nothing. He don't say nothing. He don't stream. He don't talk. Fuck Richard Hart. How about that? That feels good to say. I got like, what Kanye said? Why is everything that makes me feel? Why is everything supposed to be bad make me feel so good? That's like the epitome of it right there. And I said, fuck Richard Hart. I feel like a superhero. Like energy is just radiating through my body. It was crazy. That shit felt good to say. Man, fuck him. He's fake, man. He's worse. Never trust what Silver said. See, he called the top on Hex, man. He was right about the shit. I'm still following him. He pulled up that result like, damn, man, should copy what you did. He be on it. On that one, I don't know. I ain't really watched the track record, but shit. Yeah, the bridge is already done. So it's like, okay, well, do it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's not, because you think about the auction is 333 days. So if you're auctioning for X1 coins and the auction is 300 days, it seems like the shit won't be done until next September. And that's a long ass time from now. So would you launch X1 in the middle of the auction? I guess you could, but that just seems like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not Jack. I didn't work for Google. So I mean, I don't really know that much. I'm sure he knows more than me when it comes to rolling out. I trust that much, but I just would like to, for me, I'm just going to say, yeah, it's probably not going to come out till next September. You know? The thing that makes me feel bullish is that this is the first time Bitcoiners can use a MetaMask style DeFi with Unisat and BRC20s. So you'll be able to use MetaMask? Or you'll only be able to use it after you bridge? I don't think you're going to be able to use Bitcoin on MetaMask. I think you'll be using copies of it. You know, but the true Bitcoin will be on Bitcoin. It'll be like v.btc, you know, or x.btc or xbtc, and then you bridge that over. But really, you have to sell it for VMPX first, right? An app you can use another app. How can we talk about dates if not even legacy industries that manage? Well, just be better than that. Why just because somebody else is doing something, you gotta do it too? So if they being bad, we gotta be bad too. Like that's kind of stupid to me. Glad to catch us a live one. Can you explain why on eHex there are big wallets that sell like 13,000 and buy it right back? I think it's called wash trading, and it's for profit. Jack doing this without a sacrifice and without getting paid, yet people still fudding and people still hate him. You're not talking about me, are you? I'm not fudding. I'm just brain thinking. It's just wrap BTC, right? But the difference is you can go in and out instantly. That is cool. I'm not saying it's not cool. My thing is, what about Zen? Yeah, can we get back to Zen? The thing that we were excited about. He said MetaMask style Unisat and not MetaMask for BTC. AVAX did it. Yeah, I heard something about that. I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, man. And does anybody give a fuck if AVAX did it? Does anybody care? Is anybody renting it? Is money flooding into AVAX? I don't think so. Yeah, man. It's post chain all over again. Yo. Post chain all over again. You swap your Bitcoin BRC for Ethereum ERC. Okay. Yeah, I haven't really. I must say I haven't looked into it at all and how it works. I saw how it works on here, which is enough for me. It's cool.
So yeah, this is a demo from Ben from the Libra team, which is an amazing guy. So it's a self-custody wallet that makes trustless swaps. It runs fully decentralized on the Libra chain because they have a self-custody bridge between Bitcoin and Ethereum. And let's see, there we go.
So I'm going to show you a demo of the Bitcoin Libre wallet, which is a self-custody wallet that runs on the decentralized Libre chain, fully decentralized. You can read more about it at libre.org. You back up your wallet here. That's how you get your seed phrase, actually. Now, what we're going to do is take a look at how you can use Libre as a completely self-custody bridge between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you can start by looking at Bitcoin. If you click on receive here, we're able to generate a Lightning invoice. And if I generate a Lightning invoice and pay it from any Lightning wallet, I'll get that in here in just a few seconds. But if I want to get it from Bitcoin mainnet, you're able to use this Bitcoin address. I can use this one, which is specific to my account on Libre. This is a test flight build of the app, which also has the BRC20 coins showing here. But this is available on iOS and Android. So if I come in here and get the code from Mrs. Ben, I'll show you how quickly I'm able to send Bitcoin, any amount of Bitcoin, using Bitcoin Libre. So if I tap here, I can scan the code from the other device. And now I can enter a number of sats to send. Or I can enter a dollar amount. Say I want to send $1 to Mrs. Ben here. So
Yeah, it does seem
with
dope.
a fee of 0. And you'll see how quickly it's
It
happening.
is.
As soon as it says success on this side, I can just refresh over here and see that there's $1. I can then take that dollar, 3,000 sats, and you see there was no fee. It's exactly what I sent.
And go to swap it for.
Tap max here and trade that for, oh, it's actually a little bit more than $1 now. I guess the Bitcoin price changed. Click swap. And that swap happens instantly. And that was on chain through decentralized pools of Bitcoin.
Now, my question is it on Libra or is this on Libra or ETH? I imagine it's probably on Libra, and then you have to bridge from Libra to ETH. Am I right about that or what? What up, Jama Beans? Yeah, once it's out, we'll be happy. Just suck. We don't know how long it's going to be. Yeah, like. I guess you can't have it both ways. It's just I've been on this ride so many times with cryptos and founders, saying they're going to do something. And then the thing happens and it's like, I could have just sold. I should have sold. So that's straight to ETH.
And Tether that anyone can add liquidity to. You can see the transaction on chain here. There's just a
Did you click that?
10 basis points
Please click that.
fee there.
Nice.
So So very small. That goes
See, it's
straight
on
to
Libra,
liquidity
man.
provider.
What the fuck are you talking about? See, man, that's Libra. Cause it's a EOS clone. So then you have to get off of Libra. So that's gonna bridge you to X1. So the way this one, ours will work is it'll bridge from Bitcoin to X1, and then you have to leave X1 and get to Ethereum or wherever you want to be, which is not a problem. But
you see the exchange happened on chain.
I just was curious if I would have to take the extra step.
This is the block explorer. And now if I wanted to, I'm able to send this tether to any Ethereum address right here very simply. So that's a quick demo of the bridging between Bitcoin and Ethereum using Libre.
So what we just saw is actually has been pretty amazing. So there's two takeaways. Number one, it's almost instant transfer between wallets.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? After I saw this stream, more crypto. After I saw this stream, I said, I'm just gonna be a Bitcoin maxi, man. Fuck all these cryptos, dog. Fuck them all. I should have just been accumulating Bitcoin. It's not too late, actually. Bitcoin's gonna dip. It's 25,000. Well, I mean, wouldn't it be crazy if Bitcoin went to like 2 million or something crazy in the next couple of years? And you could have just been holding Bitcoin. So, yeah, I'm thinking about just buying Bitcoin every day, bro. At least wrap Bitcoin on ETH. Nah, I ain't. It's not worth the risk. Just buy Bitcoin, man. This shit, because they all fail, yo. They all fail. I mean, you might be now the problem with Bitcoin is you don't really have the opportunity to make, but I mean, it looks like that's coming. It's gonna change where we'll be able to use dApps and stuff on Bitcoin, but not really. It's Bitcoin, but it's not really Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin up more. Yeah, Bitcoin down. Bitcoin dominance is actually going up. And you know, we got the halving coming up. I'm thinking about just FOMO all in, rest of my dry powder, Bitcoin. Fuck it. Cause say what you want, man. This chart don't lie, man. It's time. It's time. We like right here. Just starting to turn dark green. You know? All this other stuff is just, you know, distractions, man. I mean, Bitcoin is boring. It's not anything really new coming. I mean, we got the ordinals, though. Let's see what VMPX still did 12. I wanted to fall because I do want to buy some. I want to front run that. We got 319 days. Yeah. What's up with this? You know what's concerning about this though? The stock to flow line is, we've never been this far away from it going into a halving. You know, we might be actually just very undervalued because we're supposed to be up here. So we might be about to experience a really crazy run. Kind of like, you could probably say the same thing when we were back here. Probably like, oh man, we're too far away from it. Well, that just means we're undervalued. So probably gonna jump up to here, get back on track, and then climb the line again, you know? That'll take us to, should take us beyond. I wonder how much does this stock to flow line change or does it stay the same? So that means we should be at, 500,000. If we just follow the trend of this blue line, we pump past it, not quite. Still went up though. Yeah, man. It's so hard to know. Like in hindsight, it's always so clear, but it always, every time, yo, I've been through all of these. I've been through this one and this one. I haven't been through this one, but I've been through this one and this one. And both times, I would say this time was the only time I felt kind of, because this was my first bear, but because I got into crypto right here. But it's always that thought in the back of my head where it's like, I don't know, man, this might be the end of it. It might not do it again. And it just does it again. So, and looking back, man, I always wonder, like, what if I would just stuck with Bitcoin? I think I wouldn't be as well off as I am. I might be, because if I would have just worked and bought Bitcoin, where would I be now? From here, I'd probably be about the same position, maybe a little bit better, if I was able to not sell and not, if I just did that blindly, maybe. But do I have the courage to go all in? See, the thing about going all in on Bitcoin is, the thing that worries me about going all in on Bitcoin is the fact that I might miss out. I'm going to miss out on all those altcoin runs. I think that's what keeps me from doing that. But missing out on the weight of me going all in on Bitcoin and Bitcoin doing a double, it's probably going to do better than me being diversified in all these altcoins. Bitcoin doing a double from here, man. I mean, that wouldn't be all that dope, actually. Going back, if I went all in on Bitcoin and it did a double, that'd be cool, but it wouldn't be crazy. But it going to like 500. If it follows this, 300,000, and I went all in on it here, man, that'd be dope. And Bitcoin is the one where they're least likely to do anything. It's the least likely to really get attacked. Like from like government. It seems like they're going to leave Bitcoin alone, Ethereum, I'm still kind of worried about. It's good the SEC didn't do anything involving ETH, but it still seems like it could down the road. And man, the amount of time, I mean, that's 2026, 2025. Like, I mean, life is going on, man. And you can say, oh, I'll just wait till the next bull. Nigga, the bull market ain't gonna be here till 2020. That's 2 damn years from now. You know how old you'll be? Hedge your bets. I mean, I'm already hedged. I'm in Bitcoin. My biggest holding is Bitcoin, ETH, and then I think it's Hex. So I'm already hedged. But Bitcoin's gonna, if those are gonna do well, Bitcoin's gonna do good. It's gonna do all right. So there's really no need to, like, I don't want to say there's no need to be in alts, but the safest bet is Bitcoin and crypto. At least ETH can steal 5-10x. $100 for a hard-boiled egg. I don't think so. I think, of course, if Bitcoin goes to like 200,000, the dollar will have weakened. But I don't think it'll be crazy numbers like that, $100 for a burger. I don't think it'll be that crazy. It might be like, how much is a burger? Like, I bet the best tool for that is looking at how much what's the cost of a Big Mac? What's a Big Mac's cost? How much is a Big Mac? Damn! That shit is $6 for this Big Mac alone? They got the chart. Hold up. Oh, it's just to the 14. That's gotta be that damn sure ain't the meal for $6. I know that. So it is $6 just for the burger. And I mean, that ain't even really that bad. That's not even really that bad when you think about it. Like $6, that ain't really much, man. I mean, it's probably much for some people. It's much when it's like you getting it for like 3 different people. 3 or 4 starts to add up, but yo, you know what somebody said? I saw a tweet about the Google, somebody said something about the not the Google, but the Apple goggles or the whatever them shits is. Somebody said you probably do better just buying them shits and sitting on them. Just buy, you probably outpace Apple. Just buy the goggles and sit on them for 20 years. Do that. So I'm thinking about buying like 10 of them shits and just sitting on them. 30K. You probably turn that shit into at least $1 million. 20 years. Cause think about where the technology going. Cause how much is a Apple iPhone 1? Let's go to eBay. No, let's do it like this. Man, where the fuck Google at, bro? Why would the goggles go up? The same reason the iPhone 1 went up. In case, let's see. $8,000. So if you bought one for $500 and just sat on it, that's iPhone 3. I think this is the one. iPhone 1. New, never activated. But this one's been open. 8,000. 7,000. 8. This nigga said iPhone 1 didn't go up. Yeah, you just left it in the plastic, didn't touch it. Ain't no market for that. Nah, man. People will buy them shits. What about the iPod? Yeah, weak market. But I mean, 10 of them, like I'm not saying buy 1 million of them and try and get them off. You could probably just outpace Apple. If it's going to be if it's 3,000 for one, 20 years, how long ago was this? 2008. It's like 15 years ago. You're selling it for 15 years. You could probably, and if technology keeps advancing, it'll be like a nostalgic piece. Yeah, wait till the V2 comes out. Yeah, wait, buy the dip. Buy the dip on them. Don't buy them when they first come out. Buy it when the second one comes out and then sit on them shits. Yeah, that's the play. That's the play. That's the play. Yeah, for sure. Apple, I mean, this was a 10x. This was more than a 10x. Sitting on the original iPhone would probably, yeah, it is. I mean, you ain't gonna sell them. You ain't gonna be selling them like that. But if you sell on 10 of them, you could get one off of once a month. I'm sure somebody will buy one once a month. 15 years from now, shit, 15 years, you probably get them goggles off for like 300,000 each. It sound crazy now, but just like 8,000 sounded crazy in 2008. You probably get them for like, you probably get them shits off for, yeah, you probably get like 100K, maybe 90. Something crazy. All right, I'm about to get out of here, man. When the goggles fail to value, yeah, I can see that too. If they don't be a hit. Like I wonder how much the what was the Google things called? Google goggles? What was it called? Google glasses. Google Glass. Mm. Is this them right there? Google Glass. Yeah. All right. I'm out. It's been real. Go mint some Zen. Thank me in 500 days.